Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Uma. I gotta get away from the menu music. I can't handle it anymore. It's gold chip week. So bright side, we're gonna be getting a ton of carrots over the next, I think it's 15 days, possibly more. Very beneficial for us as we look forwards to pulling on the Mr. CB support card that comes out in like a week. Downsides, the home screen is unlivable and I can't be there anymore. So we have a couple new trainees. We have a couple new support cards. We also have a very small and tasteful amount of free pulls on them, so we're going to get that out of the way first. But before that, we're going to take a look at whether the trainees are good, whether the support cards are good. I am doing this completely blind. I have not looked at any of these beforehand. I'm just going to be doing appraisal of what is in front of me. So double check what I'm saying with your other favorite content creator or guide writer, but these are just going to be my impressions of them. We have a nice nature costume, medium long A, late A, pace B. Nimble Nav, Tether, late surger savvy is really going to force her into a late surger role, and Dominator is obviously going to force her to a medium role. But all of these look good. I do like Take the Chance. It's just a random gambling acceleration skill. No Stopping Me is obviously a menace and saves you the borrow of using Yukino Vision's Wit Guard. Dominator, good in CMs. It looks fine. If you pass another runner on the final corner or later, increase velocity. If you're not one of the top favorites, keep steadily increasing velocity. We're going to have to read about what that does. Let me go pull it up on Game Tora. Alright, so here's what we're working with for Go, Go, Goal. If you're on the final corner, and you recently passed someone, is your precondition. Not that hard to pass somebody on the final corner. If you're still on the final corner, or past it, and corner is equal to 0. I'm pretty sure that's not on a corner. Let me double check. What is corner equal to 0? Yeah, corner equal to 0 is not a corner. So this is if you are on or past the final corner, and you're on a straight, and you have the same conditions as something like Pump Some Iron, where you're between 40% and 70%, so you can be 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th, something like that. It's a fairly tight activation band, and you aren't one of the most popular runners, which is very funky. I don't think we've seen that before yet. Or, if it's the final corner, you're not in a corner, you're in the same positioning, and you're less than the 4th popular runner. So there's a version of velocity that you get from this that lasts for 6 seconds if you are not popular, and you have very little control over this. So there's nothing you can really do to ensure that you're getting 6 seconds versus 5 seconds here. But 5 seconds is a really long time for a unique to be active. Like, if we compare that to, I don't know, View from the Lead is Mine is a velocity skill. That's also 5 seconds, so 6 seconds is giving you an extra second of speed, which can be pretty good, I would imagine. But the issue, 8A, is you have a fairly tight positioning band here. You have to be 4th or 6th, so 4, 5, 6. It's roughly the same thing as moving past and beyond, I think. And then you can't really control popularity. But if your popularity is low, then you get an extra second of speed out of it. It looks fine. This mostly looks like a CM runner, honestly. The positioning band is fairly narrow to get things to work in like team trials. But this looks like a very, very good runner if you're interested in doing something like CM. And then Mile C, you can fix that fairly easily. The growth rates are also really good. You train power, you're getting 20% extra stats. You train wit, you're getting 10%. You train speed, you're getting 10%. But it's a nice balance to kind of bring a lot of important stats up at the same time. You train speed, you're getting extra power out of it. You train the wit, you're fine. You train power every once in a while, you get extra stamina out of it. Seems fine. And then for King Halo, it's more or less the same King Halo attributes as normal King Halo, as far as I know. I don't remember if she's medium B or medium A. But she's got Spring Spectacle, which is new. This is just the same thing as like Sotono Diamond having Right Hand Demon, because it's an upgraded version of the Spring Runner skill. Rising Dragon is velocity on the final corner, which is a little situational, but can be good depending on what the track layout looks like. And then you've got late straights and gap closer, so she's fairly sprint specialized, and she's very late specialized, and she's very track dependent. The minor upside is that you could make a guts build work fairly well here, I guess, where you're getting 30% extra stats when you train guts. You're getting 20% extra stats when you train speed. But it doesn't immediately look great to me. I mean, Spring Spectral makes it a little situational. And then as far as the unique goes, if you stay towards the very back during the first half of the race without being rushed, then you can unleash Fighting Spirit to increase acceleration on the final straight. So an acceleration unique is always worth a look, because acceleration is what wins you races in competitive races. So let's pull this one up on Game Torah as well. This one is also a condition that I've never seen before. Order rate out 70 continue. So we're going to have to take a look at what that is. I know what temptation count is. That's just whether you're rushed or not. Distance rate greater than or equal to 50 means you can trigger any time after the precondition can trigger at any point after 50% of the race is done. But what is this order rate out 70 continue? It's been worse than the top 70% for the entire race until now. First 5 seconds don't count. Huh. Okay. So I'm assuming this is measured like consistently. So if you ever even barely dip into 6th or higher, it disqualifies you. What is her end attribute like? This almost seems like you would want to be an end closer. But then all of her gold skills are late surgery. She's ND. Ugh. I don't know how realistically order rate out 70 continue is going to trigger. That seems like something that is going to be relatively unreliable. And the fact that if you rush, it also disqualifies you from the unique. This seems really unstable to me. I guess what you could do is you could inherit it onto an end closer. So if you have like a cheerleader King Halo parent, and you stick this unique onto an end closer, then you have the possibility of it being fairly good, because your end closer should always be in the back 70%. I don't know how to feel about this one yet. I feel like it could be meta, like situationally meta if there's the right track for it. It's basically going to be good on like any track where straightaway spurt is good. So I think it makes a ton of sense you would inherit it onto an end closer, but I'll have to think about that. I'll have to keep that one in mind. Either way, we're not pulling on trainees anytime soon, so we're not going to be pulling on either of these. And then for new support cards as well, same disclaimer as with the trainees. I haven't looked at either of these. These are just going to be first impressions, but confirm what my impressions are with like a reputable guide. Unique perk is friendship bonus based on how low energy is. That seems abysmal. Unless it goes in inverse. Let's double check Game Tour real quick. So it is the less energy you have, the more friendship bonus you'll gain. I don't know what the thresholds are, and unfortunately Game Tour doesn't list them. I wonder if the compare tool lists them. Like if I put Bamboo Memory in here, will you tell me what the threshold is? Full effect 15, min effect 5. Yeah, but I want to know what the threshold is. So it's going to depend on the threshold. If the threshold is 0 and you only get the full 15 on 0, I don't see any way you can use this like outside of TrackBlazer, but if the minimum threshold is like, I don't know, 60? I guess it's not that bad. Friendship bonus isn't amazing, because you generally don't want to nail rainbows on guts outside of having like a guts deck. But spec priority 65 is really high. Speed bonus 1 is nice. Guts bonus 1 is okay. Training effectiveness 10 is good. There's no mood effect, but there is 10% race bonus, so it's usable in TrackBlazer. And depending on how the unique effect scales, you can have some really powerful summer break trainings if you're using like a fail tag to do it at 0 energy, but it does not strike me as a card that's going to be good most of the time. So I don't think we're going to be using much of that thing. And then we also have Seeking the Pearl. Training effectiveness based on max energy. Marginally easier to enable, I'd imagine. There's a few ways that you can get max energy from support cards. Obviously, there's a ton of ways you can get max energy in TrackBlazer, and max energy caps at plus 20. So it's not like you can just keep pushing it higher and higher. You do have speed bonus 1, so speed bonus is nice. Friendship bonus 30. I don't see mood effect here, and I also don't see specialty priority. So she's only really good for training effectiveness, but then she has 65 spec priority. I don't think either of these cards are that good. We should see what gold skills they give. Position in mid-pack during second half of the race, increase velocity and very slightly increase acceleration. So if this hits at the mid-race transition, that's sick. But it's incredibly gambly, because if it hits like in the acceleration phase, it's horrible. It's only very slightly increasing your acceleration. If it hits before the late race transition, it's fine. It's just a normal velocity increase. If it's at the end of the race, it's also fine. But you could probably suffer from the same issue that like Homestretch Haste has, where it can actually trigger too late and you don't get all the velocity out of the skill. This does not strike me as a good card. And then what does Bamboo Memory get? Bamboo Memory gets full of vigor, positioned towards the back on the final corner, increased velocity. Could be situationally useful, especially on tracks where the final corner is like still in mid race, or maybe where the final corner is very deep in late race, but at that point you shouldn't be towards the back anymore. I don't think either of these cards are that good. Maybe I'm wrong, and you can let me know if my appraisal of these cards is wrong, but neither of them look like something I would really be that interested in using, honestly. We might as well use our free pulls up though, to see what we can get out of those. We will take our rare card and we will be happy with it. So, let's go ahead and get started with what we want to do today. Today is going to be the long-awaited El Condor Pasa rebuild. So, this L is our second worst Team Trials runner, after Haru, and there's not a lot helping Haru. She's just extremely disadvantaged, being a dirt runner and track blazer with no turf aptitude and no medium aptitude. So the plan for L, and the plan has been for L for the last several days, is to make her a front runner, so that we have a front runner for dirt that consistently activates her unique. We've been doing a couple Grass Wonder parent runs specifically to do that, starting about here, and then we did a second one, and then we did 3 on stream on Saturday. The best one we have so far is this one that we made on stream. 2 power, 1 mile, front corners, ignited power, go with the flow. This is the best we can manage. And the whole point of this parent is that we have 3 frontrunner sparks and 3 dirt sparks, so that we can be boosting our aptitudes on our side of the parent legacy, and we can just focus on frontrunner sparks on the S-Barra side. So we already set that parent up, and if we head over here into Track Blazer, we can go ahead and plug it in. We are going to play on Gulchi mode just for the sake of getting a few extra coins. It does very slightly increase the difficulty of opponents, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Maybe it is, and we'll be wrong. So our choice for parent here, I mean, we can just sort by date, is this Grass Wonder. This puts us to Dirt A, Front D. And then over here in Guests, if we go Filter, Front Runner, 2 or above, we have this Summer Marizinski that we found a few days ago. 3-star front, 2-star front, 3-star front, 8-star power, and quite a few white sparks that are going to be beneficial for us as well, I believe. Final push is good, ramp up can be okay, front savvy is okay, straight adept is okay, groundwork is okay in team trials. If we can turn it on, we'll turn it on. Fast paced good, front runner corners good, front runner savvy good, focus good. So this is a nice parent on the Barrow side, and it brings us to front A. So this is going to be our plan for L. And the reason that we want to move L to A specifically is this unique only triggers when you are first or second. So as a pace chaser, it's going to trigger like every once in a while. As a late surger, it's going to trigger if the rest of the race has gone really well and you're already in territory of like winning it. But if she's a front runner, it should trigger almost all of the time because she's always going to be near the front. And the more consistent our unique is, the more points we're going to get out of it, which I think is her major limitation on team trials right now. So we run this parent. We're going to be looking to do Mile Track Blazer. I don't hate the idea of Rico right now, because we do need extra stamina for that unique to actually trigger, but I'm going to come back to that. In terms of a Barrow, I think we might just want to go with Matikane because we know that Elle is going to be running a ton of races and we want to make sure that she's got good initial stats for it. And then we also have 20% speed growth on you. Yeah, 20% speed, 10% width. So I don't think we're going to need a third speed card. We also might not even need a second wit card, because she's got 10% wit growth, which would mean that we could look at power cards potentially. The easiest solution would obviously be like Nishino Flower and Marvelous Sunday. We don't really... We do have like a Smart Falcon and Zero Limit Break to get Groundwork, but Groundwork isn't great in team trials. It's very hard to enable. We could also look at like Hishi Amazon Nishino Flower, so we don't have to get rid of Marvelous Sunday Wit. I don't think we have any other great Wit options here. We'll just double check. This is one of those times where I really wish that I had that Event Mihono Bourbon card, but alas, I was only 5%. Yeah, I think this probably just needs to be Nishino Flower, Hishi Amazon. Run a fairly standard 2-2-2 deck here. This should be fine on Wit. This should be okay on speed with Wit helping it. Yeah, let's give this a try and see how it turns out. And then there is an event running as well. There's so much going on. So we'll take a look at the event card after we're done with this. I am going to use the event boost here, though, because, again, we're only doing one career a day. We might as well get our max event points out of it where possible. But let's see if we can finally rebuild this problem L. So, first few turns, just like URA Finale, we're going to be looking to max our friendships. If we can train Power Speed Wit, that's ideal, but I'm going to go where the friendships go. 2 friends, 1 friend. It's a fine Wit training then. I do not need the tutorial, thank you. 1 friend, 2 friends. 2 friends on stamina and they're lower. But I don't really care that much about stamina, so give me the speed instead. 3 friends on speed? That's going to be fairly hard to turn down. Let's go ahead and take that again. Bit of speed power is fine. Bit of guts wit is fine. 1 friend, 1 friend, 1 friend, 1 friend, 2 friends, and it preserves energy. I love what that does for us. Nishino is done already. We already have straightaway Adapt unlocked, just on the off chance that I can buy both. Let's unlock Acceleration too. Just so, holy cow, just so we have it available. So this is going to be a rest. Unless we hit slow metabolism. Nothing doing. 1 friend, 1 friend, 1 friend, 1 friend, 2 friends. What a great day for a rest. Plus 30 kinda sucks, but it's okay. We'll overcome. 2 friends on guts, 1 friend on wit. 1 friend on speed. Fine motion needs the most help right now, but wit preserves our energy, so I'm going to preserve energy and just ignore the fact that we could be training guts. The friendship gain isn't that much worse. 1, 0, 0, 2, 3, including Fuku, who's low. I think that's fine. Speed up to 2. Might as well gamble on Fuku here. Sure. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Well, 0 technically, and I think Fine Motion's probably our lowest friendship right now. Yeah, she's even lower than Fuku, so I like this speed, and then also we can rest here so that we go into debut with full energy, and we can maybe pop a megaphone after we're done. Unless there's a great training here, but the only thing we could realistically take is wit, and it's not that good. It's a nasty time to get plus 30, but at least we can fix energy up here a little bit more. We have a chance to fix mood off of Etsuko, so I'm not going to stress it that much. I don't think we should have any skills to buy here. We'll just go ahead and jump into debut. We can run Frontier purely for consistency's sake. So this should at least make this career fairly easy, because L has a strong unique and Frontrunner is consistent. it should not be that difficult to rack up a lot of wins here, which is good because we're going to put her through an extremely aggressive race schedule. I don't remember the last time we talked about the hybrid turf and dirt race schedule, but I have learned some things since the last time we did it, and it is going to be something else. Let's make sure we're consuming books here, and then I'll go plug it in and walk you through what I'm thinking for it. Give me these 3. Eat the carrots now. And then I'm going to go set up a race schedule, and I'll see you in just a little bit. Alright, so as a first draft, we're going to try and run something like this. This is our normal junior year medium schedule. Packing in as many races as we can. We might do Artemis Stakes here and drop daily high junior stakes. Kind of depends on where our energy's at, what our shop is looking like. And then things get weird classic here. So I've scheduled in a few G2s, G3s. These are interchangeable depending on what the versus races are. But the point is we're going to do Classic Triple Crown, Satsuki Sho, Japanese Derby, Kikuku Sho. Takarazuka Kinan specifically in Classic year. And then Mile Championship, Champions Cup, Arima Kinan. This gets us the Arima Kinan and or Japan Cup epithet in Classic year, which you have to be on the Triple Crown to do. It does the Takarazuka Kinan in Classic so that we can skip it in Senior, and then it also gets us the NHK Mile Cup so that we can also do the Mile epithet. And then when we get into Senior year, we do Osaka High, Spring Tenno Show. This might be a little ambitious depending on stamina. And then Teo Show. This will still finish Spring Senior Triple Crown because we ran the Takarazuka Kinan in July. And then later in the year, we do Autumn Tenno, Japan Cup, Tokyo Dai Shoten, which will still get us Senior Autumn Triple Crown because we ran Arima Kinan in Classic year. But what this does for us is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dirt G1 races, which is as close to the max as you can get. Technically there's 9, but I don't want to do this 5 race stretch in early November. And it allows us to do that without running the Japan Dirt Derby in summer break so that we can still train in summer. So this is something like a 38 race schedule. I'm going to see how it feels. We might do a little bit of refinement to this, but I think it should treat us pretty well. Let's give it a spin and see how it goes. I think this speed training is fine just for friendship building. And savvy is not something we need. Give me friendship with fine motion. 2 friends on guts, 3 friends on power. I think that's absolutely worth drinking a Vita 24. The biggest thing I'm worried about is stamina, because 600 is a high threshold to hit for the Spring Tenno, and I don't believe this deck runs gold recoveries. It doesn't. In fact, we're only running 2 SSRs total, which is maybe something we could think about working on. Swapping out like a Shinka Windy for a Tosin Jordan or something like that to give us access to at least 1 gold. Might be a nice insurance plan for getting through the Spring Tenno, but we'll see. This is very much a prototype run, and we're going to use it to inform the next couple times we work on L. So we'll run junior stakes as front. I think the upside of getting a frontrunner hint outweighs the drawback of maybe coming in second, especially when we're supported by a very strong unique skill. And it turns out it doesn't matter. So that's 1 down. That's mood fixed. We have no new items in the shop, but front savvy's good. Sprinting gear versus power guts. We're not a sprinter, so I can just take the stats. Stamina versus power. I think we want to try and shore up stamina so we can get pretty close to the Spring Tenno. Passing up a good power training for the sake of doing a race, but all of our friendships are actually advancing pretty well right now, so I think I'm okay with just taking a race, even though it's not a versus race. Annoying that it's not, but I think we still take the versus race. Biggest thing we could get out of one of these races is Moxie. Moxie would be a good enough recovery to get us through at least the Kikuku show. We have Rainbow for energy conservation going to the Saudi Arabia RC, and it's Fuku there, who is currently behind on energy. I think that's excellent. We'll get some free stats out of the shop, and this is budgeted for an off turn for us anyway. And since we've won both of our junior stakes races so far, we can maybe skip Daily High or Tokyo Sports High. Soft Step is not going to be a recovery that does it for us. Doesn't work in dirt mile races, so it's not something we're interested in. Shop Reset has a fairly early Pretty Mirror. But I think we already have 2 support cards at gold, and Shinko Windy is not that far off. I don't think we're in Pretty Mirror territory. I think we've been building friendships enough already. I probably want both of these motivating megaphones, but I think I'd rather have the stamina manual first, so let's skip one of them. We definitely want the Miracle Cure. Well, if we get the Miracle Cure, we could run all 4 of these, and then we could just tank Skin Condition if we get it. I actually like that a lot. Let's do that. And then I'll come back for that Power Ankle Weight. I'll come back for the second motivating megaphone. We do get a versus race here, and then I can drink a Vita 20 to train late October. This is a really nice junior year so far. Really, really nice so far. You could hardly tell that we rested twice and got 30 back both times. Stamina is useful. Speed Scroll and Master Cleat Hammer. But we should have the budget for that. Especially if we're banking on running all 4 of these. -5 energy for 30 skill points? No, I need the speed right now because I'm targeting a training today. Oh, that's beautiful. It's basically exactly what we wanted to see. So give me these. After the next race, we can do Power Ankle Weight and Motivating Megaphone. Stamina Ankle Weight, maybe. It's really low on my prioritization right now, though. Actually, what is my chance to fit? It's 27. You should drink a Vita 20 just to be safe. I don't want to fail at 27% with training. Let's just take it guaranteed. This should be enough energy to get through these 4, unless we lose the gamble all 3 times. And then give me the power, because we have speed growth rate. It's another fine wit training, but I don't think I want... It's not a versus. Ugh. I think I still take it. I would still rather have the skill points and the chance for items to get added to the shop. Good. Let's just focus on races. Gut Scroll, Artisan, Cleat Hammer. Fine with both of those. Give me the Motivating Megaphone. I'll come back for the Power Ankle Weights next race. Technically, we should look at the training. Although, I don't think we have any way of taking it realistically. Yeah, let's ignore the training then. We take the mile versus, because we plan on this being a dirt mile runner. The dirt hints are what we want. Good. Let's go again, and then we're perfect on energy going to the Hanshin JF. And there's Moxie. Okay, I think we have everything that we want for this run to be productive. We're even going to shifting gears here. This is off to a wonderful, wonderful start. I'll come back for that Power Ankle Weight. But this Kale Juice is probably going to be our energy management going into Classic here, because we know we get the mood up here. If we can dodge race fatigue here, it's very good. If we get race fatigue and skin condition, it's fine. We can deal with it, but if we dodge it, it's quite good. That will be a reroll. I'm assuming that's just late start. And not something more insidious like low stamina. There we go. We should pretty comfortably outstat most of these races still. And then we can gamble here, it doesn't particularly matter. 19 stamina is awesome. Empowering megaphones are going to be too expensive. Like, way too expensive. Energy 10 doesn't matter here, but Hydrate also doesn't do anything, so we'll just take the energy, I guess. And then let's buy the stuff that's about to leave. So that's Power Ankle Weight. We can get one Empowering Megaphone. And then we can get Speed Scroll Empowering Megaphone, giving up on a second Power Ankle Weight. We do have relevant power trainings in this deck. Like Hishiamazan and Nishino Flower actually do have specialty priority, like a significant amount of specialty priority. So we're expecting them to show up in Summer Break. And Power Anchor Weights are going to be our main source of hitting the stamina threshold to run miles. So we should not be neglecting Power Ankle Weights here. They're actually going to be fairly important for us. That said, I would rather have the Megaphones, because Megaphones work on every training, and Power Ankle Weights only work on power training. Good. Now, assuming you don't add a massive amount of items to the shop this turn, I'll take that. I mean, I will literally buy that. That is a good item for us. We should have a little bit of time to farm coins before our next shop reset. We may need to target the open medium in late January, though. Stamina versus wit. I'll take the stamina, because I'm a little worried about some of these longer longs. Shop reset doesn't look amazing, so let's prioritize the stuff that's about to leave. Empowering Megaphone Speed Scroll. If we run the medium late January, I can get the energy drink max as well. And we'll say goodbye to a second Power Ankle Weight, knowing that we already have one. This has to be a rest. And I'd love to hit a plus 70. Sometimes you just get what you ask for. Power 20 versus Stamina 20. We're going Stamina. None of these trainings look that good. If we didn't have to do this medium, I'd probably take this speed training, but I think I'd rather have the energy drink. Let's just hope we get a good training late February. That's the biggest thing that plus 70 energy rest got us in early January, is we can potentially take a training late February, assuming we have okay energy gambles here. We need to win the gamble on the Kisaragi show. Umastan is not going to be great on a frontrunner, but Mood +1 doesn't do anything right now. Also, weren't you going to Kale Juice early January? You were going to Kale Juice early January. Did you even check your trainings that turn? I don't think you even checked your trainings. Well, let's hope that they weren't very good. So we take Kisaragi Show as a versus race. It's a non-standard distance race. It has more fans than the Queen Cup. I think that is a fine trade to make. Make sure you buy this energy drink max before it leaves the shop, and then you can get Vita 20 Artisan Cleat Hammer. You probably come back to this shop for a Stamina Ankle Weight or a Guts Ankle Weight. I wouldn't mind having one of either of them, but let's see what happens after we win this race. See if anything interesting gets added to the shop. I really hope that training early January wasn't good. I completely forgot what the plan was. An unforced error. And we do win the energy gamble there, so we can train late February off of a Vita 20. Early lead's a good hint. Power 20 versus Speed 10, Power 10. I think Power 20 needs the help, because I think Speed is going to be okay. Not good. It's okay. It's also okay. Technically, Fuku's giving us an energy discount here. And us but Shinko, we need a gold. I think I'd rather get Shinko, we need a gold. So let's go Vita 20. Double check your shop to make sure you're not about to lose anything. Artisan Cleat Hammer, Stam, Scroll. I think I might say goodbye to both of these ankle weights. That would be Empowering Megaphone number 3. The earlier I have 5, the more comfortable I feel, because then I just don't have to worry about them for the rest of the run. So let's just do that. For now, we can cross that bridge when we come to it, and then we take this power training to work on Fine Motions Friendship. We should be able to do all 3 of these. We might energy drink the Satsuki Show, depending on whether we lose the energy gambles on the previous 2, but I think we'll be alright. Then single rainbow wit, triple friendship stamina is really nice. It puts Shinko Windy and Nishino Flower to gold, and it works on Fuku. But I think that I would rather... Oh, it's not a versus race either. If I don't see a grilled carrot set in the next 2 shop resets, I'm really going to wish that I had taken this training. It does so much for us. Like, not in terms of stats, but just in terms of getting us ready for summer break. Let's try erring on the side of just doing races and trusting our shops to show up. I really don't like how our support guard friendship is looking right now, though. I think they're all fairly low. So this race is going to let us buy Empowering Megaphone number 3. Losing energy gambles, fine. We go Empowering Megaphone Speed Scroll. Ishiyamazon is done. Give me these 2. And then last call on a speed ankle weight, or a stam ankle weight, and a guts ankle weight. Fine, give me one of them. We'll find a guts ankle weight at some other point. One friend, no friend, one friend. Again, 2 friends, I wouldn't mind taking that, but there's a non-versus race today. Apparently we just can't get versus races this run. Okay. And then we should have a fine stat line for the Satsuki Show. Good Luck Charm, Gut Scroll, both good. I do not need Rainy Days, we'll just take Speed Guts. See if we can get any good White Sparks out of this. Front corners, Dirt S. Okay. None of the rest of those are that useful, but Dirt S is obviously a pretty big deal. There's our grilled carrot set, so now I'm glad that we did not take that training. We'll also take a Vita 40, because we're targeting a training late April, although we might Kale Juice into that. And then I can buy Good Luck Charm Gut Scroll after the Satsuki Show, and I can pick up Reset Whistle Stamina Manual and a Discount Guts Ankle Weight. That looks quite good. So take these grilled carrots. This leaves just Fine Motion and Fuku to go. I don't think either of them are going to get there before summer break, but that's okay, because Fuku doesn't really show up to speed anyway. Give me an Artisan Cleat Hammer, because this is a G1. Good. Gamble doesn't matter here. Speed 19. Kale Juice is nice. Early lead is nice. I can actually afford to just take minus 10 energy here because I'm empty. Give me stamina and skill points. For free. And then we Kale Juice. So buy the stuff that's about to leave. Grab a Stam Manual, looking forwards to the Derby. We're going to come back for that Kale Juice. More energy is always good. Single Rainbow Wit Training. A Guts training that levels Fuku's friendship is an interesting prospect right now, given that we're going to Kale Juice into it. I do know that I need to work on that friendship. And also, this is a discounted training because Fuku's there. So it's actually pretty light on our energy, all things considered. I don't like that I'm leveling my Guts facility, but this is definitely the friendship that needs more work right now. So I guess we take it. I don't love it, but I guess we take it. 20 Wit is nice. Today is NHK Mile Cup. Double check trainings, but we really don't want to skip this one. It's a fine Wit training if nothing else was going on. Well, there is something else going on. Give me the NHK Mile Cup. And then take me back to that shop so that we can buy the kale juice. That's going to be our summer break plan. We'd also like to see Etsuko at some point here. Winning that energy gamble is very nice. I think I skipped that kale juice. I don't think I need 2 right now. And I'd like to have some coins going into our final shop, or our summer break shop. Unlocking corner adept seems pretty good here. Over just taking guts. So what do you want to do in this shop? I think you want 1 royal kale juice. This is the summer break plan. You wouldn't mind picking up a discount guts ankle weight. And then after the derby, you would be looking at empowering megaphone wit scroll. But that would be empowering megaphone number 4. Maybe you do get the kale juice. Like, energy is always good. And you're going to see more empowering megaphones. You don't need this until next summer break. So actually, I do think you can just ignore it. Give me the 1 guts ankle weight in case we see a good guts training in summer break. I'm going to come back and buy that scroll and that kale juice, actually. And then take me into Derby. What's our speed? What's our stamina at? 284? Just to be safe, because I don't feel like blowing any clocks on it. Give me Moxie. Just to be super duper safe. This is going well so far. Let's not spend anything that we don't have to spend. Try again. That feels like late start to me. We shouldn't have any statistical problem in this race. There it is. Okay. Good. No Etsuko, but good. Another empowering megaphone. Yeah, I think we get the kale juice, because that empowering megaphone I can buy off the Takarazuka Kinen after we see Summer Break Shop. That is a beautiful training. Give me these 2. Do you want a Vita 20 into that? Do you want a Vita 40 into that? 7% to fail. You're going to be really upset if you fail that training. Because it does so much for you. Like, 7% is low odds, but it's not guaranteed. I think I'm going to fail take this training to be safe because I'm a coward, and I also think I'm going to motivating megaphone it. It's more or less a 40 stat point training, and the megaphone's going to be active for the first turn of summer break. So we'd be expecting to get around, like, 17 stats out of the motivating megaphone off of just 1 turn. I think I'm okay with that. I think we go like this. We take this training. That gets fine motion to gold. So the only person lagging behind is Fuku now. And she's not really a speed guard. And then this training, because technically the Takarazuka Kinen is skippable, but I really don't want to, is not good. So I can just take the Takarazuka Kinen here. Master Cleat Hammer me, that's going to spend most of the rest of my energy. If we see Etsuko here, it's so good. It's so good. If we don't, we're hoping for a cupcake in the shop. No Etsuko. Oh well. Life goes on. So we have a few different things that we can do here in summer break, and a lot of it is going to depend on our initial training in the shop. First of all, if we have a Rainbow Wit training, I can Vita 40 into it, and we can prolong using this Royal Kale Juice, and also prolong tanking us down to normal mood. That would be nice. If we see a Berry Sweet Cupcake and a Fail Tag, we don't have to worry about either of that, because we can buy Fail Tag, Berry Sweet Cupcake, use all of it, and then we can Kale Juice the next turn to go back up to Great Mood. So we have a number of outs here. We haven't seen any of them in the shop. I do want stam manual, stam scroll, power scroll before they leave, so that means giving up on this empowering megaphone. I wouldn't mind stam manual, power manual, but I don't have to buy them now, but there's nothing else we can really afford, so we might as well buy them now, and I don't think grilled carrots is worth it when it's only Fuku's friendship that they'd be working on, so we're just going to pretend that's not there. That's a pretty bad summer break shop. We can take a decent power training off the back of a Vita 40. But that jeopardizes our energy for our training next turn. It's going to put us to 59. This training is going to put us back down to like 39. But there's a possibility that next turn is wit, in which case our energy management is fine. So I think we do this. We only have one power weight right now, and I know that we could have a double rainbow training, so I'm not going to power weight this. I'm just going to take it as a normal training. I would really like to see any decent wit training here. We don't see a wit training. We don't actually see any good training. It's possible this is a reset whistle. This could be two things. This could be a rest, which fixes mood and also gives us energy back, and then makes an empowering megaphone here really nice and tidy. Or it could be a reset whistle into an empowering megaphone, in which case, if we see a good non-wit training, we'd have to drink a kale juice to take it. I actually think that rest and recreation here is the safer option, even though it means not training at all, because it fixes several issues for us all at the same time. So let's go ahead and do that. That's not really the wit training we were looking for, and this is a great speed training. It's too bad we don't have a weight for it, but that's life. We use the megaphone, and then no matter what happens next turn, we can take the training because we'll be over 50 energy. A big guts training would be nice, a big power training would be nice. A second speed training. Actually. So that's, no, this is like 50 speed. But this, it works on Fuku's friendship. And you could ankle weight it. There is a lot of training effectiveness here. Fine motion's like 10% TE, 30% mood effect. Nishino Flower's 60% mood effect. It is really interesting. I think I'm gonna guts ankle weight that training. I think it's good enough. Like it's worse statistically because what we want is speed, but it's classic summer break. Speed is already at 600. I think we'll be okay on speed. I think speed is gonna get there. In which case, I would like to develop Fuku's friendship a little bit more to give us even better speed trainings next year. And also, this is just a lot of numbers. Guts may be something that helps us survive the Kyukukusho. And it also brings our speed and power up roughly equivalently. And I think it's just a good opportunity to use this Guts ankle weight. So let's go ahead and do that, and we're just going to cross our fingers that we succeed at 6% training. Good. Weird turn. I think it's possible the speed training might have been better there, but I don't think the guts training is that far behind if it wasn't the outright best choice. Go ahead and give me a versus mile. This is going to let us buy those last few items from the shop that we wanted. Etsuko, you're a little late, but it's still nice to see you. That's a very nice shop reset. I don't think we're going to be able to afford all of that, but it is a good shop reset. Buy the stuff that's about to leave, though. So it's Power Manual. You still are holding a Miracle Cure. You don't need another one. Speed Scroll, Master Cleat Hammer. And then after the serious stakes, you might go Empowering Megaphone, Power Ankle Weight. I would love to see a Speed Ankle Weight at any point here. But alas. So this is a Dirt Medium, this is a Turf Medium, this is a Turf Medium. We have a small chance to get Dirt hints from this. We could get like Top Pick, for example. So I'm going to take the Dirt Medium when it's there. If we see like Top Pick or There's like a navigation skill that's good on dirt. I don't remember what it's called, but there's one of those as well that also bumps acceleration up. If we see either of those, that's really, really good for us. That's also the wonderful shop reset. We have so much to buy. How do you want to handle this? I think you go Empowering Megaphone, Wit Scroll. You train today, which is probably going to be of Kale Juice. You buy the Stamina Scroll after the Kikuku Show. You buy the Power Manual, Wit Manual after the Kikuku Show. I don't think we need either of those motivating megaphones because of how many empowering megaphones we're going to have. I don't think we need another Guts ankle weight. We only have like 4 turns potentially where we could see a good Guts training, so I think I can ignore that for the most part. It's not a half bad Wit training. It's not a half bad Stamina training, and it works on Fuku's friendship. But I think I'm probably supposed to take the Wit here. Wit is one of our core stats, and we'd like to take the opportunity to develop that facility, and I don't need Fuku online until, like, we get to next summer break. So, we can just go Wit here and have that be fine. Do we have any other recoveries that we can get? Festive Miracle doesn't count. Do we have anything else cheap that we can get? Early lead could get cheaper. We're only at 2. Shifting gears isn't going to work on a long. Front corner is actually very cheap right now. We could probably grab that. And that's about it. So we'll just pick up front corners, and we're gonna cross our fingers that our Stamina Guts is good enough to get us through this race. I think it might be. Tazuna mostly agrees. But it's gonna be subject to RNG. We're also long B. So we have a few disadvantages here that we're going to need to overcome. How bad is it, though? 5 lengths? I'll try that again. How bad is it? 5 lengths again? I'm probably going to spend all my clocks on this. Just being honest. 4th is worse. That one does not look like Moxie triggered. We might need to think about where our recovery comes from for this deck. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Alright, so we're going to have to figure out where we get a second recovery to make this deck work, or we might just inherit Stamina Sparks. No, we can't. Our inheritance on this is so tight already. We're going to have to figure out how to solve that problem. Because we want to make sure that we're able to do the crown path specifically. The issue with the mile path is that the mile path really wants you to run the QE2 cup in order to get extra stats out of it. But I don't want to do a 5 race stretch here, because I think that that's fairly bad in terms of like gambling to not get the minus 30 stats. So I would really like to be crown route if I can. And I can't inherit more stamina, because there's just nowhere for it to come from mechanically, given that we already need to make sure that L is getting frontrunner sparks and dirt sparks. So it's probably going to need to come from the deck somewhere. Maybe it's like a Super Creek kind of situation. Maybe we run Creek over one of the power cards. Something to try for next time. But we've got 3 more races here to finish up, and we still have a lot that we need to buy in the shop. So let's go get some coins. Good. Losing gambles doesn't really matter here, because we're probably going to be out of energy by the time we get to the end of the year anyway. And then this is where we start building our 5 G1s. Our dirt G1s specifically. So that we get a ton of attributes out of that as well. Grab all the stuff that's about to leave. 2 stab manuals, a wit manual, and that's probably it. Because there's even better stuff in the shop that I want to buy than this Guts manual. Like, I want the good luck, or the Guts ankle weight. I want the good luck charm. I want the artisan cleat hammer. I want the speed scroll. We want all of that instead. So I think we say goodbye to the ankle weight. We also say goodbye to both that speed training and that power training. Because winning all 5 of these Dirt G ones is very important for us. Okay. We also have no safety net anymore because we spent all of our clocks. So we need to win the rest of these races organically. Speed scroll. I don't need to make a decision about that power ankle weight yet. I can wait for one more turn to see what's in the shop reset after the Arima, so let's do that. Let's wait until we have slightly more information about what's going on. We can take this race. We're looking at like a fail tag early January of senior. And then an energy drink race late January of senior. And then we're probably looking at like a kale juice into a training early February before we do a 3-race stretch into the Osaka High. So I think all of this works out fairly well for us. Like we have a plan. We have a strategy for how our energy management is going to work, and we actually want to see one more kale juice for next summer break. But everything fits together pretty well right now. Hitting Glittering Star on an inheritance might actually be a decent strategy for surviving the Kikukusho. So I think we want all of this, and then we could still pick up the power ankle weight over like a cupcake. Motivating megaphones I don't think I need. I still have 3 empowering megaphones. We can grab a cupcake. I probably will grab this Guts ankle weight depending on what we see from these shop resets. Let's go like that. This is a training day for us, and we could just take that Guts training. It's not good, but it's not bad either. Otherwise, what are we going to do? Just like rest? I don't really want to rest this turn. I think I have a plan for how our energy management works for the first half of this year. So let's just go ahead and do this. Because I'm looking for an opportunity to use an energy drink to finish a race. Speed Star doesn't matter here. We also don't lose energy on that, which is nice. Good speed training, but I would much... Well, we don't have a way to take it outside of doing a kale juice. I would also much rather win a country name race. So let's do that. It's not a versus race, though. And this is a dirt versus race. And it's a mile. So here's the thing. If you come in here to epithets, and you scroll down to, I'm pretty sure it's a silver. Yeah, win 3 races that have a country in the name. This epithet is worth 20 stats. It's going to give us plus 10 to 2 random stats. So the question that I have here is, would I rather get plus 10 to 2 random stats, or would I rather get a hint for a relevant distance and surface for what I'm going to be running in the best case, or in the worst case, get plus 5 to 2 random stats? I think I would much rather get the stuff that comes from a versus race and actually just ignore this epithet completely. I don't think the epithet is as good as the versus race is. Now, if the American JCC was also a versus race, that changes our calculus a little bit, because we could still get a frontrunner hint from that. But it's not, and the other one is, so I'm ignoring the epithet to get the hint. Stam 5, power 5. So we're only down 10 stats from getting the country epithet. That's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. In my opinion, anyway. This is our Kale Juice turn. We're only at 400 stamina, looking forwards to the Spring Tenna. We're also only at 531 wit. This speed training is better, but also our speed is going to cap. We're at 806 already. We're probably going to be around 900 by the time we get to summer break. And if we're at 1050 coming out of summer break, it's basically a sure thing So I think I can ignore speed for the rest of this run, which means I'm probably taking this power training. So we go Kale Juice. We don't do Cupcake because we have 3, 4, 5, like 7 more races to run before we get to summer break. And I think I just take Power to try and bring stamina up a little bit, and I'll find a way to work on Wit later. Prepared to pass is not necessary. Double check you're not about to lose anything from the shop. Guts ankle weight. Get a guts ankle weight. I just like having one on me. And we are doing 3 races between now and the next shop reset. We take the Dirt Mile. Do you have any cleat hammers? You do. Give me the Dirt Mile G1. Good. Stamina's nice. Looking forward to Spring Tenno. Stamina's nice. Looking forward to Spring Tenno. I wonder if there's a power card or a wit card that has a recovery on it that we could use. I don't need either of those motivating megaphones. If I see one more empowering megaphone, I'll get it, but I don't think I need empowering megaphones at this point. We can run a mile versus race, that's fine. And then we'll end on the Osaka High. And we still have a Miracle Cure on us if we get a skin condition. And we still have a Cupcake on us if we get a mood down. There's our empowering megaphone that we want. So grab that. We definitely want to have access to that thing. Passing up a single rainbow power training to do the Osaka High. That's fine, and we're not out of cleat hammers? Yeah. We have none cleat hammers on us. Okay. There's our mood fixed. There's another kale juice. That's the plan for summer break now. Possibly the plan for early April. No skin condition is good. No gold inspiration is bad, but we don't exactly have a lot of affinity to work with here. That was straightaway recovery. I think we get straightaway recovery, and we get glittering star. And we cross our fingers. If all 3 of them trigger, this should be enough. Give me Wit Manual, Power Manual. Give me Wit Manual. Give me Royal Kale Juice, Stam Scroll. I don't need another Guts Ankle Weight. I don't need Motivating Megaphone, Stam Ankle Weight. I don't need a Rich Hand Cream. We don't run another 3 race stretch for the rest of the career. So the Miracle Cure is now on, like, slacker duty. We have a decent Guts training. Is it worth Kale Juicing into, or should I just rest this turn? If you Kale Juice this turn, you don't have an energy solution for Summer Break. So I think this needs to be an organic rest. As annoying as that is. We have a Vita 20 into like a Wit training would have saved my life on that turn, but I just don't think it can happen. And then the Spring Tenno is Cafe Star Pieces. So it would be very nice to win this, and I think we can do it if we get lucky with skill activations. We cannot do it. We're off by distance, more or less. I think that Super Creek might need to be in this deck to let us run the crown. And then at least we have a gold skill that does activate for team trials. It's just not quite enough stamina. I guess we could also try it as the Tiara, but I'd have to figure out where our 5 G1s are going to come from. Okay, speed training. Oh, this is fairly bad. We'll just go run the Victoria Mile. Did we get anything in that shop reset? No. So Victoria Mile here. We're hoping for a wit training late in May, and then we can KO juice into summer break. That's a nice fix to our mood. It's a good shop reset. Give me all of that. And then show me a rainbow wit training. It's a good speed training. We could get greedy and just KO juice this. So we drink a KO juice here, we go to 100 energy. We race, but we get 20 energy back here. And then if we see a Vita 20 in our shop reset, our energy is mostly fine. So let's go like this. We're going to waste a lot of the energy from that drink. But I think it's worth it. It's a really good speed training. Not the least of which because the F2P is there to make it a little bit cheaper. And then give me a G1. Okay. Great fix to our mood. Great speed ankle weight. Stam Guts 15. I wish I would have seen that before our longs. But nothing we can do about that now. Go ahead and run the Teo show. Okay. Power Scroll, Artisan Cleat Hammer. Both very nice to have. Show me the shop. Wit Manual, Power Manual, Master Cleat Hammer, Discount Speed Ankle Weight, Artisan Cleat Hammer, Power Scroll. Like, we're fine with that. It's way too late for a wit training application to make any meaningful difference to this run, so we're just going to skip it. Single Rainbow Power versus Single Rainbow Wit that refunds energy. This is absolutely a wit training to just manage energy because we have no energy management right now. Absolutely nothing. And our wit is fairly low right now, so we want to bring it up anyway. Single Rainbow Power is also not really that good. But we're running out of time in this career, so we might as well ankle weight it. It is a level 5 facility after all. We would really like to see a wit training here. Our training. Oh, I wish I had energy management. I'm gonna try and reset Whistle into a wit training. Even though that's a good power training, this is maybe insanely greedy. Turns out it's not greedy at all. I mean, look at the power training. Yeah, it's not that good. So now we wit training this, and then I can take any training I want on the last turn. Single Rainbow Speed. Honestly, let's get even greedier. That's a lot better. Give me a power ankle weight on that. So speed needs a little work. We need to get that a bit higher in order to have a chance of capping it. But we have time to work on it. The other problem that we have to solve right now is we don't have an energy management plan for the finals. Whatsoever. We have no fail tags, we have no energy recovery items. So I think we need to race fairly aggressively here, and let's take a mile for it so that we have a chance of getting good mile hints. We need to aggressively race into seeing fail tags or kale juice. So we're actually not even doing this for shop coins at this point. Our shop coin economy is actually pretty good right now. That's a Vita 20. That's useful. I don't need the power weight. I think we're going to cap power. Frontrunner straights? I don't have that yet. Give me frontrunner straights. I've never seen that before. And then give me Vita 20, skip the power ankle weight. You're not going to need it. giving up a speed training you'd really like to take if it was early October. We're also going to have to run this on 0 energy, but we have a miracle cure to fix race fatigue if we see it. Medium turf versus medium dirt, but this is a rival race, so this has a chance to give frontrunner hints. It also has a chance to give +10 stats. We absolutely want that. Good. Fail tag. Good. We might end up blowing it early October, but it's good to have. Race fatigue with no skin condition is fine, and then we need this shop reset to hit. Good luck charm speed scroll. Artisan cleat hammer. Another Vita 20, I'll take it. Plain cupcake, I'll take it. And that's it. Nothing else good. We need to keep racing for shop resets. Good power training. Bad wit training. I don't want to rest this turn. I mean, the insanely greedy play to make here would be double Vita 20 into the wit training. And do the 10-0. Because you don't get race fatigue from that, and then you could maybe train wit again early November. And then you go into the finals on like 5 energy with 1 good luck charm, but the chance to see more. Let's get really aggressive. Let's get super aggressive with it. Let's get insanely aggressive. Arguably, you could have used a motivating megaphone on that because you're probably targeting a training early November. But let's just pretend that we didn't have one. Cleat hammer this. We would really like to win this energy gamble. We'd really, really like to win this energy gamble. We'll see if we can make that happen. No. Alright, well, we could still probably take a wit training on this energy. Well, it's like a bad wit training. We also didn't get a shop reset out of that. The RNG is falling apart a little bit. I'm going to double down on the strategy of getting fail tags somewhere in our last 3 races and take a 12% fail on a wit training here just to get it higher. This should let us run all 3 of these, especially with an extra +5 energy. Even if we lose the gamble on the Japan Cup, we can still run the Champions Cup. And then we're going to get 30 energy back before the Daishoten. Which is going to put us into the finals on 5 energy at worst. And 20 at best. Really? That's not good. That means no Senior Autumn Triple Crown. I can actually afford to lose 10 energy here, but if we win the gamble on the Champions Cup, then we're actually energy positive. So let's try and play to our play to our outs. I guess not really like play to our margins, but play to our outs. Master Cleat Hammer me expecting to see more show up from the shop. Okay. Winning energy gamble's great here. Nah. There's our second fail tag, though, so we only need to see 1 more of those. And then we have a plan for the final 3 turns. That's a really nice shop reset for us. Winning the energy gamble on the Tokyo Daishoten also would be really good. This is our 3rd empowering megaphone for the final 3 turns, and we're at a ton of shop coins, so we might as well buy it. You might as well buy 1 power ankle weight too in case you see 1 good power training. You're going to cap power, but it's going to contribute to your stamina. Give me a Master Cleat Hammer. Okay. Shop reset. Third fail tag. Winning energy gamble's a big deal. No good shop reset, but we do still get the finals. How we looking? A Vita 20. That's maybe good enough. 2 cleat hammers. A 4th empowering megaphone. No thank you. Shop management not amazing here. I mean, our shops kind of fell apart at the end, but we're also going to have a lot of extraneous items here. Miracle Cure's insurance. It's fine to still have that. This motivating megaphone we should have spent, and it's a missed opportunity that we did, and it probably cost us like 15-20 stats. I think we aggressively bought ankle weights here, but we're still coin positive, so I think having them on us isn't that bad of an idea, and then the good luck charms obviously are our energy management strategy. I think it's been okay. This is also an opportunity to burn a Guts ankle weight. Vita 20 puts us at 45. I will risk that failure rate for a training if it means we can fail tag the next 2 trainings and just do them anyway. So let's see if we can pass on 11%. We can. And now we fail tag the last 2 trainings and we're home free. We wish we had a 3rd cleat hammer, but that's just the way shop luck goes sometimes. I would much rather be using cleat hammers on G1s because they give you marginally more skill points, which means more team trials points. And her stat line is fine for team trials. Like, obviously it could be higher because we didn't win the Triple Crown, which means that we didn't get any of the senior year epithets that depend on the Triple Crown. So these stats could be significantly better. But despite that, they're still pretty good. We're going to take this speed training. If we get a good speed training next turn, we may actually still cap speed and power, which is crazy considering that we lost a Triple Crown epithet. And a Spring Triple Crown up. We lost 2 Triple Crown epithets this run. It's going to put us at 1137. Yeah, we're going to be at 1137. That may just be good enough. Oh, baby. So wit's a little low. I would like to have... Oh, it's so much better than good enough. It's perfect. We would like to... We even get tail held high. We'd like to have wit higher. I'd like to have wit closer to like 1,000 than where it's going to wind up, which is going to be like 800. But capping speed and power and having everything else at least 600 is really good. And most interestingly, there is room for improvement here too. I think there is no question that this is going to be a better Team Trials runner than the L that we currently have. Maybe SS territory? We'll see. So Radiant Star. Tail held high. I might think about Umamusume later. Frontrunner Savvy. Second Wind. It's possible that somebody else passes their mid-race and then it activates. Leader's Pride. Front Straights. Unyielding Spirit. Shifting Gears. Mile Straights. Drafters will not trigger. We're always going to be towards the front. Fast-paced early lead. Straight Acceleration. Straight Adept. Corner Adept. And then I guess you are looking at Umamusume. Or Uniques, I guess. So we're not going to pass another runner towards the back on the final straight. But we could conceivably activate Kiss for Courage. We have 2 recoveries. We have 3 recoveries. We have Moxie Straightaway Recovery and Glittering Star. So we have triggers for Kiss for Courage. And then we could actually still buy Umamusume. It's going to be inconsistent, but it's better than nothing. And then we can probably buy a double rank of something really cheap. No, you're going to end with 73. You could buy Festive Miracle. You would need to trigger every single recovery you have. I think that's pretty unlikely with only like 800 wit, though. Because we do only have 3 skills that recover stamina. It sucks to waste 73 energy, but... Or 73 stat points. But I don't think we have a solution. One hint for any of these greens would have let us pick one more up. But I think that's about as good as we can do. And then we wound up at 1200, 700, 1200, 700, 800. That's a scary runner. The only drawback here... Yeah, that's for sure. The only drawback is lack of golds. Sparks are horrible, but who cares? We actually have only 1 gold skill on this runner, but that's mostly a limitation of the support cards that this account has access to. We could maybe swap Fuku for Top Road, but given that we're capping speed already, we might not even need to. And the initial stats, well, I guess one of the things that we could maybe do is we could run Top Road instead of Fuku. And then we could run Tosin Jordan for Breath of Fresh Air. So then we'd have access to Firm Core Spanish Breath of Fresh Air as 2 golds. That might be the plan. But let's see how she does, first of all. You can be a Sensation Succession. Give me all of my rewards. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. Maybe the greatest amount of event points that anyone has ever earned. You, get out of here. Thank you for your service. You've been replaced. Also, I think, would it be presumptive of me to say that you're probably supposed to be our ace? Because I think you have the best chance of winning races. We need to make that adjustment anywhere else. Airgroove is definitely our best sprinter. Goldchip is absolutely our best mile runner. I can't believe you're only S rank. You're S rank and all you do is win races. It's crazy. Mayano's probably our best medium runner, but honestly all 3 of our medium runners are very strong. And I think there's maybe an argument that Special Week might be better than Super Creek, but she's not there yet. But this is the part that I'm curious about. Take me over to Notepad. And let's get ready to see how she does. So, the old El Condor Pasa is gone. The new El Condor Pasa is in. Also, if you miss stream, we're way above retention threshold. This should hold for next week. So I don't think we're ever going to be dropping to C6 ever again. Or C5. I think we are now permanent Class 6 residents, thanks to the number of overhauls that we've made over the last week or so. Elle came second. She's the best dirt runner we had. Good sign. Alarm clock? That's huge. Give me a star piece, give me a star piece, give me a clock. Mile shoes, Victoria Mile? Don't need either of those. We run those a lot. And then show me that score. Air Groove number 1. Going to minus... Actually, maybe Air Grooves are... No, she is our sprinter ace. Grass Wonder at -7. Special Week at -6. Elle at 4th. Very close to top 3. Tamamo at 10. Haru at 36. We should almost not track Haru anymore, because I need another custom parent to make her. And then Taiki at -3. Race number 2. That's fine. We're above retention threshold. This is just data collection. 3 carrots is nice. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Wow, choose Hopeful Stakes. Don't need either of those. Special Week. Going to -7. Nishino Flower going to -6. L going to -1. She's arrived. The new horse has arrived. Super Creek going to -1. King Halo going to 11. Haru going to 37. Race 3. Okay. Maybe Special Week is our best long runner, man. She wins a lot. Well, not wins, but she's highest in score a lot. And if she's highest in score even though she's not our ace, that means she'd be even better if she was our ace. Score info. Special Week number 1. Yeah, we're gonna go promote her. Nishino Flower -7. Super Creek -2. L back up to 0. I still have faith in that build. Tamamo to 11. King Halo to 12. These 4 are really the next rebuild candidates. Let's do number 4. Three wins. Wow, auction, okay. Back down to 11. Congratulations, MVP. Super Creek to -3. Gold Chip to -21. Haru to 38. Vodka to 10. King Halo to 13. This is what people mean, by the way, when they tell you that rating does not really mean that much about how good the runner is. Look at this round. And like, yeah, I know this is only one round, but this is 3 S rank runners beating all of my S plus rank runners and my SS runners. If you have a well-built runner, your rating does not matter. What matters is how you've constructed your runner to actually do what it is they're supposed to do. And in Gold Chip's case, she does that really consistently. One win on a parfait. Blech. Special Week to -9. King Halo to 14. No, wait, King Halo to 12. She's at the top. She's not at the bottom. And Gold Chip to -22. And then at the bottom, we have Tachyon to -7. Tamamo to 12. Taiki Shuttle to -2. So let's reorganize here a little bit so we can see what's going on. Got something like that. Special Week is moving all the way down here. She should absolutely be our ace. Auction with that MVP performance is dropping down the list a little bit. So King Halo and Tamamo Cross are now the 2 that we're really looking at rebuilding. They look like the problem runners. But let's jump back into the actual roster here. And appoint Special Week to the position that she is supposed to be holding, apparently. Well, that's Team Trials. Team Trials is looking real good. I think we are now permanent Class 6 residents, and we can focus on climbing up the leaderboard a little bit, maybe. See how far up we can get as a free-to-play account, especially with a drawback of only doing like 1 run per day. Let's take care of our daily program. We'll go and get our daily Suzuka stars. You could probably handle mediums, but I'm just gonna have CM Satono Diamond do it, because I know that she's up for it. She's definitely up for it. One more step closer. And then Honestly, give me... Well, no, because late surgery is going to be a little inconsistent. Give me by rating. That's a late tachyon. Where's my pace chasers, man? I've got a pace chaser around here somewhere. Who's cut out for this? Is it you? No, you're bad. Honestly, I think you can handle a 2,000 meter race at 7:19 and 3 recoveries. So knowing that you're front, just get in there. Just get in there and outstat these. Yep. There we go. Let's go claim all of our rewards. Check in on our club. Give me you. Set up a mile racing shoes donation. Grab me the rest of this stuff. We've gotten 100 titles. We're making progress through event missions. I'm going to go and do the Nikkei show after we're done with this video, probably just to knock this out to grab those 150 carats. And then for NHK Mile Cup, we also need to do Arlington Cup. And we need to do New Zealand Trophy. And New Zealand Trophy is incredibly annoying because that's the same day as the Satsuki show and the Oka show. So, much like both of the longs that you need to do for the Spring Tenno show mission, you probably would just want to do this one in URA finale, because it's going to tank whatever you try and do it for in Trackblazer. Even if you're doing it as a parent, it's going to screw your affinity up. Obviously, if you're doing it as an ace run, good luck making a good ace if you're going to be throwing away an integral part of the Triple Crown. So we're just going to go do that one in URA finale because it'll take like 20 minutes and then that'll be that. Now, show me this event card because we haven't done our appraisal of that yet. It's usually the 400,000 point reward. Are you good? Race bonus, so it's usually +5. There is no race bonus, so she's only going to 5%. 5% race bonus isn't fatal. We've seen it work for cards like Air Shakur. This is a mountain of power that you're getting out of Kawakami Princess, though. You have power bonus 1 in addition to power bonus on the card. It's a ton of power you're getting out of it. You're also getting 65 specialty priority, so she shows up at power a lot. And then that's a big friendship bonus too, so she's giving you a lot of power when you train it. If you wanted to run a power card to get to 1200 power, I guess this would be the one power card to do it. The hints are not good. The gold is not good. I don't really think we're going to be using this card all that much. It's a bad gold skill. It's fairly bad hints, and it's a very, very specialized card for building power, when that's usually something that you do through like speed training or guts training and sparks. So we're going to unlock it. I'm not going to like cleat it or anything, but I don't think it's going to be a card that I use that much. Here's bingo card number 1 done. There's bingo card number 2 to pity. And then there's bingo card number 3 done, or number 2 done. So we're on to bingo card number 3, off of just our first run, which is a nice start. I'll go through the event story in my own time. You don't have to sit through watching me skip through all of those. And then, let's go ahead and see how we're looking for day 2 of CM. So we did day 1 of CM round 2 on stream. It went not great. It went okay. I think we had 1 2-win in there. But the win rate is down substantially. And I think some of that is due to the fact that now that we're in A round 2, there are more runners that are showing up with Spring Runner. There are more runners that are showing up with Right Hand Demon, which means that the speed advantage that this Atono Diamond has in late race and in last spurt is not as wide as it was in round 1, because the other runners we're going up against are just more prepared. That said, I feel like if I can win 2 in a row, I can probably win 3 in a row. So we'll do one of them now. I'm going to go do that URA finale run to take care of the long mission, and then I'll probably do the rest of these tickets. And we'll see if we can't luck our way into A finals here. I feel like the plan is mostly coherent. Just gambling on late surgers to hit acceleration, but we're gambling on late surgers to hit acceleration. which means that we need to do it in 3 out of 5 races at least one time. This lobby looks a little soft. There is a very scary SS Ryan. There's 2 ogres. How well are they built? You're built well. You're also built well. Like, straightaway recovery is not going to be super reliable, but hydrate 777s and Uma2 will be. So I think you're also going to be fine. And this is Spring Runner Circle, Firm Conditions 2. So again, like, if you're thinking about how much more power my Satono Diamond has than this Ogre, which is medium S 1200 speed, Spring Runner 1 Circle, it's not a wide gap. My Satono Diamond is still faster, but my Satono Diamond is not that much faster relative to the runners that we were coming up against in round 1. So we'll see how we do here. We'll fast forward to late race, because that's where everything interesting happens. We have a front Grass Wonder, which is a little odd. I wonder if there's supposed to be like a blocker. That may be somewhat favorable for us, honestly. It's also going to screw up that Ogre that had groundwork. Alright, who hits here? Tachyon is hitting her unique, which is going to give her speed carryover here. One of those ogres hit velocity carryover, but we got our Dominator to go off. I think it's going to be difficult to catch those ogres. We might be able to get ahead of one of them. I don't think we're going to catch that other one. We needed to hit more accelerations on our late surgers to get a bit of an advantage there. Yeah, we're going to beat one of those ogres. We're not going to beat the other one, though. Oh, we're not even going to beat the other one. Fair enough. Both of those ogres were built fairly sensibly, though, so it's not that surprising. It is difficult to build, or difficult to beat an ogre that's built well unless we get lucky on our own skills. Which usually means hitting like good velocity carryover into late race, in addition to hitting accelerations. Basically like the same thing Ogre does, I guess, when you think about it. This one's also double Ogre, SS and SS. They are Cornerwreck, Hydrate, 777s, Radiant Star. So it's possible that this one whiffs. If they miss Hydrate and Radiant Star doesn't activate until later, they could whiff on their unique. This one is Cornerwreck, 777's Gorman, Radiant Star. So, same thing. If they whiff on... I guess they can't whiff on this one, because Cornerwreck, 777's Gorman are all going to hit at the same time. They could hit Cornerwreck, Gorman, Radiant Star, and that's the one way it could be too early. But, we'll see. We did a bunch of rounds on stream of ogres that are running Radiant Star, and despite the fact that it's a recovery, it seems sort of consistent. It's not guaranteed the way that, like, Hydrate, Cornerwreck, Uma2, 777s is guaranteed, but not a million miles off either. Satono Diamond's way too far up, but she might just be far up enough. Late corners is going to be velocity carryover. Grass Wonder also hit a ton of velocity carryover there, and Nimble Navigator. That second Ogre is not going to get ahead of us. This may actually be Grass Wonder. That Ogre hit Festive Miracle super late as well. This could be Grass Wonder or Satono Diamond, honestly. I don't think those Ogres got far enough ahead. Grass Wonder is actually so far up that she can't hit her unique, but also I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, okay, so there's one. That's one victory in the bag. One of those ogres absolutely missed their recovery, which is good for us. And I guess the other one we just outran, because we had really nice velocity carryover into Nimble Nav on Grass Wonder there. But they are beatable. Those were both SS Ogres, and they were both built fairly well. So it can be done. We just have to get a bit lucky. This is the small window of hope through which I look at A finals. This is a UG bourbon, which is scary. Very scary. Is it good or is it padded, though? It's really good. Angling, bark roll, Firm Horseman is right-handed, Escape Artist, Killer Tunes, Radiant Star, Groundwork. How do you trigger Groundwork? Right-hand Firm Horseman is early lead? Yeah, that'll do it. And then we have one Ogre to contend with as well. Corner Wreck, Hydrate, triple sevens. If this Ogre misses Corner Wreck or Hydrate, they just pass away. So that's an angle that we have to beat this Ogre. They are capped on wit, but it's still not guaranteed. You're only like 80% to hit your unique with 3 recoveries if you're capped on wit. So there's again a window of opportunity here. Let's see if we can hit it. We hit all of our recoveries, so that's fine. We need grass to be in like 6th, I think. That'll do it. I don't think we had any velocity carryover, so that's not a great start. We're not going to hit any of our accelerations here either. We just lose this race. We're out of position to hit our accelerations. Tachyon can only hit moving past and beyond from there, and Grass and Satona Diamond can't hit anything. There's no shot we win that race. Yeah, that's just a lobby that we're not built to deal with. If there's too many frontrunners, we can't be competitive in late race because we're all out of position. Live by the gamble, die by the gamble. We're still live on this ticket, though. Could still pull something out. This is another frontrunner heavy lobby, isn't it? No, it's only 2. Everybody else's pace are late. There's one Ogre. Damn Despair Hydrate triple sevens. Again, this one can whiff. It's only got 3 recoveries. The rest of this lobby doesn't look too scary. It's mostly just Dominator, but we can outrun Dominator. This is also really good positioning for our late surgers right now. This is exactly where they want to be. Looking for velocity carryover now. Straightaway Adept is probably too early. No velocity carryover. There's all of our accelerations. That's not going to do much of anything, because we're still accelerating. Also, that Tachyon doesn't have medium S, so she's not actually that fast in late race, but we'll see if she can put something together. Could have sworn I had slow animations on. Do I not? I've got you set to once per day. Let's just go to full short. Because this do be taking a long time. It's looking like a second, probably. Maybe a third. Yeah, not quite enough. I don't think Satona Diamond was quite in position in late race there, though. That's probably winnable, but not with that. Not with that specific role of RNG. Seeing double front, double ogre. Uma2 straight recovery, Gorman triple sevens. That's roughly how I would probably be building an ogre if I had one. Uma2 soft step hydrate triple sevens. Again, roughly how I'd be making them. So both of those ogres are constructed well. They're built well, but they're beatable if we get lucky. This is really good positioning for us. This favors us as late searchers. 5, 6, 7 is right where we want to be. That's going to be too early. No velocity carryover. But Grass Wonder's in 6th, so she's going to hit her excels. They're not a million miles ahead. And Grass is going to get her unique here, too. It's a lot of ground to make up. It's too much ground to make up. Not quite. I still think this is a good comp, but we're going to need to get lucky to get into finals from here. It's definitely possible. It is 100% possible. But the question is it possible in the next 3 tickets? So, that's something that I'm going to find out offline. But for now, that's where I'm going to leave you. Thanks for hanging out today. If you are enjoying the Uma content on the channel, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. These are really metrics that I use to keep an eye on what people like watching. And if you have any questions, comments, etc. about today's L run, or you just want to talk about how your own CMs are going, drop me a note in the comments and let me know. If you're interested in the accounts borrow or the account support card, here is trainer information for you. You are not obligated to use them, but it is appreciated if you decide to. And I'll see you next time. I think tomorrow we're probably going to work on just a little bit of refinement on that El Condor Pasa to see if we can't put together the perfect run instead of a pretty good run. But I'll catch you guys around for that when we do it. Till then, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.